Y'all, let's talk about masculinity in relationships. Now, this video is not to sit here put down any man or any woman. This is just to speak fact. We know that our sexual relationships are directly tied to the polarity in our relationships. So, if one person is showing up to be either less feminine or less masculine, the relationship is going to take a turn as to be like very buddy buddy. We go get wings, we high five each other. We don't sexually desire each other because there's no polarity. I didn't make that up. That's a fact. One thing I've noticed is that, and I talk to a lot of men because I coach a lot of men. I still coach men. Okay. Even though I know, Boo Boo, you found my webinar. Yes, my webinar is directly for women, but I still coach men as well. So let me be clear. But one thing in talking to a lot of men, I have noticed that men think they are a lot more masculine than they really are. And so let's talk about what masculinity looks like, what it feels like to a woman. Okay, now what it feels like to your partners, your boys, when y'all play basketball, whatever. Not that type of masculinity. Let's see who has the bigger balls. I'm not talking about that masculinity. We're talking about the masculinity in a relationship. What does that look and feel like? Because I think some of y'all are missing the mark. And so, hey, fear not, because I want to help you. I want to help you from the standpoint of from a woman who loves and craves the masculinity in a man. So let me help y'all so that you can in turn improve your relationship so that you can in turn get some coaching. If this is the first time to my channel, y'all, I am Vee Mindful, and I'm a relationship coach and published author. On this channel, y'all, we talk about everything related to relationships. As I say, passion, polarity, and pleasure, right? We want to talk about the masculine and feminine imbalance or balance. We want to talk about our sexual needs and our sexual pleasure, right? Because ultimately, I want us all to have healthy relationships and great, healthy sex. Now, I want to suggest a book to every man out here. I have suggested it to a couple of people. I think I only know one person actually read it. So kudos to you, right? Because it's important to have a growth mindset, right? You don't know everything. People think they know it all, but in reality, we are all here to grow and learn continuously. So there's this book. I'm going to hold it up right here. It's called The Masculine in Relationships, and it's written by G.S. Youngblood. Let me tell you, this book is a godsend. And this book is written by a man for men. This is not written by a woman to teach you guys how to be a man, because I thoroughly believe that a woman is not going to be able to teach you how to be a man. Even though I have raised 3 sons, I'm not here to teach my sons how to be a man. That was the role of my ex-husband. The role I played, as any mother should play, is you should teach your children how to grow up to be responsible, good adults. So some of the things I'm going to quote are coming from this book, and I might even make this a series, because this book has so many gems in it. And men, if you're finding that the sexual polarity in the relationship or the sex in the relationship has diminished to nothing, may I please encourage you to get this book. Now, I will say I am coaching women. I coach women to honor and embrace their femininity, not to get a man, because I could care less, baby girl, if you get a husband or a man or not. That's not what my goal is. My goal is for you to understand yourself better, to know what healthy love feels like and looks like, so that when one finds you, you'll be able to recognize it. That is my goal. Not you have to have a husband to be successful or happy. That, because that's not true. You do not have to be in a relationship in order to be successfully happy, okay? But you do have to love the skin that you're in for you to be happy. I saw this clip on social media, and it's 3 men, 3 good-looking black men who are on a dating show, right? And they are trying to attract, is it called Queen's Court? That just came to mind. Is that what it's called? I didn't produce the clip, so I obviously can't share it on my channel, right, without copyright issues. But either way, there's this clip where the wrestler, the former wrestler, is his name Titus? And this beautiful black woman was telling him in such a feminine, vulnerable way. She was telling him that something that he said to her hurt her. And she opened up to him. She didn't yell at him. She didn't curse at him. She said, there's already a stigma of black women being labeled as aggressive. And when you called me aggressive, it's, XYZ. It made her feel a certain type of way. The way she spoke to him in that video is the way I'm speaking right now. He in turn exuded so much masculinity. On that, to me, is masculinity. He protected her feelings. He did not yell at her. He did not say, well, if you feel like that, then imagine how I felt when you did XYZ. Or, oh my gosh, you're over there making stuff up now. Oh, get over that. It's not even a big deal. You always making the most out of nothing. He didn't say any of those things. He heard her. He listened to her. He protected her emotions to the point to where he was wearing sunglasses or glasses. He took those off his face so that he can apologize to her eye to eye. That is what we call emotional safety. And in this book, he talks about that. Masculinity today looks different than it did 30, 40, 50 years ago. Masculinity in men, it needs to show up as women need to trust your leadership. And women also need for you to stay emotionally grounded, right? She needs you to have purpose. Those are the things that will make a woman honestly fall back into her femininity, right? If a man is showing up, let's say to be, let's walk through a couple of these one by one, right? Okay. Staying grounded in your emotions. This is a big one. What does that look like for a woman? Again, I'm not talking about when you out here hooping or you out here making business deals. Yes, exert your masculinity, boo. We're not talking about that. That's why this book is called The Masculine in Relationships. Being grounded in your emotions means so much to us, right? Because women, we already know we're emotional creatures, right? So if I'm coming to you and you respond to me being very stoic, like confident, I got this, you know, and it might be a fire all around you, right? But you're not fussing, you're not yelling, your voice didn't raise. It just you just stoic. You're confident in your ability to stay grounded in your emotions. That's masculinity. So if a woman is coming to you and she's super upset about whatever, you don't have to match her energy and start fussing and yelling and all this other stuff. Like, you don't have to. And let me be very clear. I do not condone any woman yelling at a man. Okay, baby girl, if you cannot communicate to your partner, then you have got to learn how, right? Because I do not condone any woman out here yelling at their partner. Okay, and if I could possibly learn how to be patient and loving towards my partner and not yell and not have all these types of disagreements and fights, if I, who have been known all my life as having a slick mouth and a quick temper, if I could curtail all that stuff, then so can your ass. I mean, that's just the bottom line. So I don't want to hear any excuses about that's how I communicate bull crap. That's not. Everybody can change. Every last one of us. A man who's a strong leader is going to create safety. If I know my partner can lead and I know my husband can do XYZ, I'm going to feel way more safe. If I know that he can make sound financial decisions, I'm going to fall back. If I know that my husband can protect the household, I'm going to fall back. It's going to allow me to feel safe, right? And a woman who feels safe, whether that's physically or emotionally or financially, is a softer woman. And that woman is going to be, that woman is going to show up and love you better, more. You will find that if your relationship is off, I'm telling you, a lot of times, I'm not saying 100% of the times, I'm saying the polarity and the safety is off. But men, you're the leader. We're following you. We're literally following you, because isn't that what you want us to do? Isn't that what you want us to do? A feminine woman is going to follow your lead. But in order for us to follow your lead, we have to trust your lead. And that comes with making good, sound decisions. And the thing is, I see so many men talking about women need to be more feminine, women, women, women. But these same men, and I know a lot of them, these same men, when you put the mirror in front of their face, they can't tell you how they can be more masculine. Masculinity is not because I can go out here and cut the grass and I could chop a tree down. That's not. We need to know that you can be masculine in our relationships. So I coach a lot of men, and I'm grateful for that, right? I'm grateful for that. I'm grateful that you men find me somebody that you can talk to when it comes to your relationship. So first and foremost, thank you for that. And I'm finding that a lot of times when I'm coaching men, I'm telling them that the balance is off. And a lot of times when I tell them that, they come in there guns blazing. They feel like they know masculinity. I am being very masculine, but when we get down to it, no, because if you're truly exuding masculinity, I promise you, your woman is going to feel a certain type of way. She's going to feel safer. And a safe woman is going to show up with a wet coochie. I'm sorry. Yes, she is. Yes, I'm telling you the truth. She's going to be in your corner because she's going, oh, he's making me feel safe. If your sexual chemistry is off, if you guys were having sex like rabbits and you're not anymore, the only thing I can suggest to you is look in the mirror. Stop looking at everybody else. Stop looking at her and her, what your mama did, what your daddy did when you was a kid. Just leave it all alone. The only person you can change is yourself. If you never do any self-reflection, you're the problem. I'm gonna tell you right now, if you have not done any self-reflection and analyze what happened in the last relationship, and you yourself don't realize that you played a role in the demise of that relationship, you are the problem. You were definitely 100% the problem. And in each relationship that you continue to go into, you will continue to be the problem. Okay, I digress. And again, I'm going to leave a link to this book in the description below. This book is definitely worth a read for all men. All men. I recommend this book in The Ways of the Superior Man. Right? I'm not a man, but I do, like I said, I coach men. So I would like to learn some aspects of men. So if you are a man and you want to learn more about how to be more masculine in your relationships, okay, start with this book. And if you want to know how a woman receives that masculinity, send me a message, okay? Because again, I do coach men. I absolutely do coach men. All right, y'all. Till next week, y'all. Take care.